What is up everybody, welcome once again to my YouTube channel, and today let's continue with round 20 of the Chicane Online Racing Championship, as we are now at São Paulo for the Brazilian Grand Prix. We are just getting up into rich mix, completing our outlap, and we are going up through the gears, full throttle through this left-hander just before approaching the main straight or the pit straight, opening the RS as we cross over the line to start counting the time. Over 340 km per hour, every braking zone into turn 1, late apex, going downhill into the CNS. We need to be careful with the throttle application. We don't want the back end to step out, especially on the inside curbs, as we open the RS on the rundown onto turn 4 before completing the first sector. Another heavy braking zone, a short, very short left-hander as you go downhill with the early apex as well, before starting ascending into the complex sector 2. Very beautiful, very quick turns 6 and 7 before another heavy braking zone, another long entry. You get a slight bit of understeer which converts into oversteer at turn 7, but now turn 8 we are going uphill, no corrections for the oversteer, which is great. Another long entry going down to first gear, a slight kick on the wheel to avoid the oversteer before this very long left-hander. The car is very loose coming on this downhill before going uphill through Junção. This corner is very crucial for a good lap time, as it may compromise the whole run down this very long left-hander into the main straight. Once again opening the RS, through 8 gear, and we are going to cross over the line to post a 1.10.619, which is going to get a second place. And unless we come home, we get actually second place by only 15 thousandths of a second. Chisel takes pole position, we come home second, Bandicoot third, Calipos in fourth, Jamie fifth, Shady sixth, Frozen Luffy seventh, Joe M91 8th, Foreseeable 9, and Cuckoo 10th for the Grand Prix. Although the COR champions have been already crowned, there are still lots of drama, burnt rubber, and great racing left to be had. The F1 circus comes to São Paulo since 1973 and it plays host once again for what we expect to be a very exciting race. It's an unusual anti-clockwise race here at Interlagos. The São Paulo locals are packed into the grandstands at each of the 15 corners of this classic 4.3 km circuit. Two very fast sectors separated by the very technical sector 2, where getting a good run out of Junção into one of the DRS zones will be the key to any overtaking prospects today. The sky looks cloudy, but no rain forecasting so far, as we prepare for the Brazilian Grand Prix. As we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. Lights out, and away we go for the Brazilian Grand Prix. He get a very good start compared to Chisel. We are already side by side with him as we approach the braking zone of turn 1. We get the inside line, a little big knock on the steering wheel to avoid the oversteer on braking, but we get through and we are already in first place, leading the Grand Prix. Looks like Calipos got tangled with Chisel, even a little bit of a touch on Chisel's rear tires, even though Chisel maintained his composure out of the corner, but he lost very big amounts of time to us. He is already over 1 second behind us, so a perfect start for us. And now let's see what we are able to do for the remaining of the Grand Prix. As we now jump onto lap 3, and Chisel is already not immediately right behind us, but we are going to cross over the line to finish lap 3. We are going to post the fastest lap so far, but Chisel 2 tenths quicker than us, so he just gained around 2 tenths in that last lap, and we did not have the greatest first corner in the world, so he's going to get a further advantage because he will have DRS not only through the pit straight but also through this very long straight as well. So I imagine he's even on rich mix as well. So as you can see, he already got me 4 tenths in the first sector alone, and this is not going well for us to maintain our position, because we actually in our strategy screen we forgot to underfuel the car. So I am actually in rich mix, trying to get rid of the fuel for the next stint to make it stretch as long as possible in the next stint, because I will already have to trash these tires going on rich mix. But yeah, that is going to take a very big knock on my tire wear, and it's not already very good as we approach the end of lap 4. It is already about 45%, if I remember correctly. But yeah, Chisel now very close on our mirrors, on our diffuser as well. As you can see, over 50% on our rear tires of tire wear. And we are, Chisel gets the fastest lap once again, and he has the outside line as I gave him the outside line, and we retain our position, but he might come back at us with the next DRS zone. And let's see what he can do. Looks like he will run out of space before turn 4, and that's exactly what happens. We live to fight another day, conserving first place. But at the end of that same lap, we are going to pull off into the pits. Our tires are just getting demolished by our rich mix usage. So we are going to pull off into the pits. Just look at the gap between me, Chisel, and the rest of the pack. It was insane. Only now Frozenwolf overtake me. And we are going to change onto a set of the hard compound tires. We are going to come out of the pits. It looks like we are going to come out still on top 5, as we are behind Omer. Omer has already overtaken us. Let's see if Binding overtakes us as well through these exits, and looks like he will. Binding overtakes us as he started on the medium compound tires, so he started outside of the top 10 I think, and he's already up into P6, which is great for the Sauber driver. And we are now going through turns 5 and 6, I believe these are. And we get a beautiful clean maneuver on the inside of Binding. We had to force it because we were losing time to Omer, and we needed to keep in contact with those guys, as now it is Rogue coming out of the pits, I believe, as we get promoted by some other cars coming into the pits. We are going to get into this first sector with no DRS. As you can see, Rogue is actually battling with Omer at the moment, and we just spotted a Ferrari. I believe it is Chisel, because Jamie is right behind me, so Chisel actually pulled off the overcut on us and is in first place. He's still on the leading of the race, and we are down in 4th place, a couple of car lengths behind. So I don't know, this is not looking good for us to conserve our first place, as we are now going to prey on Rogue, who has had a very bad exit out of Junção. As I said earlier, it is a very crucial corner to get a good exit from, and we open the RS with the slipstream, with the rich mix, and we get the move done even before the braking zone into turn 1. So a very easy maneuver for us, and we are now going to try to make as fast of a laps as we can to catch up to the pair in front of us. Maybe Omer can prey on him and make his life difficult, and therefore we overtaking him, but looks like so far it is not possible. As you can see from the minimap, it is actually Omer at lap 18 coming into the pits, I believe for a set of medium tires if I am not mistaken, as he did not qualify and therefore started on a set of the hard compound tires. He is very quick on them, and we are going to overtake him because yeah, the gap was not big enough for him to conserve second place, and I believe he's also going to be overtaken by Jamie, so he'll probably just get out of the pits in 5th place behind Rogue, if I am remembering correctly. But yeah, we are just 7 seconds behind Chisel, so that is not good. Through all of those battles we lost 7 seconds to him, so he's just demolishingly fast. As we now jump onto lap 23, we have not had much action in this stint, as Chisel has just gone off into the distance, and we are in a little bit of no man's land since we are faster than Jamie as well. As we come on into the pits for our second stop, and we are going to change onto the medium compound tires. Omer has already gone past us, and Frozen Luffy is on the hard tires. I don't know if he already made his pit stop, I assume so. So let's see if he comes out in front of me. I don't think so, I don't think he will. But Jamie is now in P4, so Jamie overtook him somewhere. And Jamie is in P4, but as you can see, 8 seconds to Omer, and it shows 29 to Jamie, but it's around 8 for Jamie as well. It's just not counting the gap, because Jamie had not crossed the sector 1 line just yet. As you can see, at the end of the 3rd sector, it is 9 seconds to Jamie and 9 seconds to Omer, and Omer has 4 seconds to the lead as we jump to lap 28, and I believe it is Omer jumping onto the pits once again. Yes, he is going for another set of the medium compound tires, so he also adds to do a two-stop race. So he gets promoted onto P2, but he's going to have definitely much quicker tires than we are. And let's see if we can maintain the life on our tires for enough time to conserve our second position, because Chisel is already 14 seconds ahead of us, so it's not like we have much chances of winning, and we just lose the back end massively as we are now on the last lap. Chisel is going to cross over the line to take the win, his first win since Monaco, the second win of the season for him. Brilliantly displayed of skill, of driving ability in this track. Is very quick, and we are going to come home in second place. As we are very proud of his result. We just couldn't get the car to go faster than our competitors, and we come home second, with Chisel taking the win, Homer third, Jamie fourth, Frozen Luffy fifth, Calippo sixth, Rogue seventh, Cuckoo 8th, Bandicoot 9th, and Joe M91 closing the top 10, as he is actually the last of the drivers to actually complete the race, as the remaining two FDNF'd. And with that, let's move on to the driver standings, with Homer, the crown championship leader, the champion even, 50 points ahead of me. As we have El Nabo in third with 186 points, just 6 ahead of Juno. We then have Jamie in 5th place, Chisel right behind his teammate, and then we have Bandicoot in 7th with 127 points. I believe that's 9 points ahead of Alex. The second Force India sits in 8th with Frozen Luffy in 9th, and Speed Killer closing the top 10, as we now move on to the constructors standings, and we have Manor leading the championship, as I believe we have already clinched the title. Force India in second with 311 points, Ferrari in third with 296, Mercedes in fourth with 186, Red Bull with 177 occupy 5th place, then you have Toro Rosso with 118, Renault with 99 points, only 4 ahead of the Haas team, with McLaren sitting 9th with 30 points, Williams in 10th place with 25, and Sauber closing the standings with 7 points, sitting in 11th place. So this is it for the Brazilian Grand Prix. I know it wasn't the most exciting Grand Prix ever, but it's just how some of these races just go sometimes. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like button. If you did not, the dislike button is right beside the like button. Subscribe if you want to see more COR races and the career mode races, as well, as I'm trying to make a push to get them all released before the launch of F1 2017. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you in the last race of the season at Abu Dhabi, and have a wonderful day.